Well, here we are entering Talladega National Forest in Alabama. This is some video that we shot on a camping trip to Coleman Lake in Fruithurst, Alabama, which is deep in Talladega National Forest. It's some video that we took and I never edited. We made this trip back in October of 2021. As you can see on the map, we live right on the edge of the Talladega National Forest, and Coleman Lake Campground is only about 51 minutes from our home. After you turn off US 78 into the Talladega National Forest towards Coleman Lake Campground, the roads do become narrow, but they are all paved and clearly marked, indicating which directions and which roads to turn to get to the campground. There is a horse camp which is operated by the National Forest Service on the way to the campground if horseback riding is something that you're into. As I mentioned, the roads are somewhat narrow but paved, but they're easily travelable by some of the biggest rigs. I think you could get a Class A back here very easily. Now there are a few turns on these National Forest Service roads that you have to make to get back to Coleman Lake, so the important thing is to pay attention to the signs. It is clearly marked, but you need to pay attention to the signs because there's not many turnaround places on it. Now here's the entrance to the road leading to the campground. Off to our left there is the dump station, and it's a pretty decent dump station. It's like a pull-through site, but it's wide. You can get in and out pretty easily. It wasn't real nasty. Now it may seem like a long distance to drive to get back to the campground because you are in a national forest and you're pretty much all you see is trees, but it's not really that far of a distance. Now here on the right is a gravel road, and it leads to what they call an overflow area, where if the campground gets filled up, you have the option of staying in this overflow area. It doesn't have any hookups, no water, sewer, electric, or anything, but it'll suffice for a campsite until maybe one becomes available in the campground. Now one thing you need to be aware of, there is absolutely no cell service here at this campground. A funny story, we stayed at this campground for 4 or 5 days. I forget exactly how long we stayed, but with no cell service. And one of Mike's family members was trying to contact us because they talk daily, and I guess they had forgot we were camping, and she became concerned about us and sent the police to our house to do a wellness check. So you want to be sure you make all your family aware that you're at this campground when you do go, unless you're in hiding and just don't want to be found. Now we're coming up on the campground here on the left. One thing you do need to be aware also about this campground, it is a seasonal campground, so between the months of November to March, it's closed. They don't use it during those months, so be aware of that. So here's the turn into the campground here on the left. If you keep going straight, it'll take you to a picnic and playground area with a pavilion and a boat launch. Just to the right here at the entry is a bulletin board with all the campground information, including fees and maps, as well as a deposit slot for placing your camping fees. This is pretty much on an honor system. And another thing to be aware of at this campground, there are no reservations. It is strictly first come, first serve. So now that we've got the camper set up in the background there, let's take a little walk around the campground. We'll show you a map of the campground and some video of some of the sites, and just give you an idea what the campground looks like. This is the shower and bathhouse facility for Loop B. Loop A has an identical one. Here's a picture of the inside. It's very well maintained, and very hot water in the showers. This was kind of short. So that concludes our walking tour of Loop B, which includes sites 17 through 39. Let's continue on to Loop A now, which is sites 1 through 16. Now would be a good time to pop up our campground map and kind of give you a layout of the land. If you look at the upper portion of the map, you'll see C Loop, which is the overflow area that we showed you the road to earlier, and later in the video we'll show you some pictures of those sites in that area. And then just below that is Loop B, which we just traveled, and we're fixing to go around Loop A. Further down on the map by the 663D is the recreational area, where there's some swings and a play area and a pavilion and so forth. We'll show some video of that. And then further on down is the boat launch, and you'll see the green trails all around the lake, which we'll do some video of that also with Maggie and Scooter. This is the shower house and restroom for Loop A, It's identical to the one that was in Loop B. And we'll continue on down and show you some sights here in Loop A. Let's do like this.
She's waiting for love to be realized.
Are you going up in there? Come on.
I'll send her my heart covered as a gift and hope that you'll take it into her side.
Alright, I think we've shown you a good representation of what the sites look like here. Mostly level, some long, some short. One thing you need to be aware of, a lot of these were empty, but it's because we got here on a Wednesday. It fills up on the weekend. Now that concludes our walk of Loop A, and it brings us back to our own site, 13. We're pretty happy with the site. It's pretty level, it's got a good length to it, plenty of room and space. All the sites are really private. This is the kind of camping I like. Back in the woods with separation between sites, and it's just quiet, peaceful, and really enjoyable. This campground and the sites here at Coleman Lake really remind me a lot of Corps of Engineers campground. It's well maintained, nice, and we would definitely be back. Coming up next is some of the recreational areas. Stay tuned. I apologize for the shaky video. I didn't put my stabilizer on my camera for these upcoming videos here, but this is a video of the pavilion area. As you can see, it has a nice fire pit area with benches all around it, and then up further under the covered pavilion area has the picnic tables and a large barbecue grill, and it does have water and electricity up here. Just past the pavilion area are some vault toilets. They're in pretty good shape, kept clean. This is the picnic and recreation area down by the lake. As you can see, it has vault toilets here. There's a large parking area. And then it goes down the hill to a little picnic and recreation area here. And further down is actually the lake. So I'll just let you watch and enjoy. There is a shallow swimming area here at the lake, but there is no lifeguard on duty. Here's a quick look at the boat launch area here at Coleman Lake. One thing you need to be aware of, this is a lake that only allows non-motorized vehicles like canoes or maybe trolling motors, but no gasoline powered engines are allowed on the lake. Here's a quick look at Loop C, which is that overflow area that we showed you the gravel road earlier coming into the campground. You can see there are a lot of tent sites. Most of them down here are really set up for tent sites. Again, there's no water, there's no electricity, and there's no sewer. There is a vault toilet in the central area of the overflow campground there. As you see here, there is a travel trailer that they got in there, some van camping. So some of these sites are big enough to get you a van in here, and well, I know that one has the travel trailer. I'm not sure of what the fee is for this overflow area, if there even is one. I know the campsites were $16 a night. So this might be an option for you if you'd like to rough it. Maggie and Scooter are going to get a drink at the lake before we take a hike on the lake trail.
Want some water, Scooter? Want some water?
More bread. Funny, you can see that.
He smells it.
I don't know if makes you turn off crazy.
Is that a trail?
We're going to share some of the highlights with you along the way.
Just going back around to that little beach.
So there's where we're at just a minute ago.
Say hey. see. There's the, yeah, that's where we walked this morning. There's the waterfalls.
All up in the front.
Make you dizzy? Need to get back up.
We sure miss this sweet boy here.
See, if you look.
After that long hike around the lake, we come back to the campsite and get us a campfire going, set up the grill to fix our supper for the evening, and then just relax and chill in the quiet solitude peacefulness of Talladega National Forest. Maggie's wanting some attention and to show her love, and of course Scooter, as usual, just wants some food. Maggie got a boost of energy whenever Mike mentioned that she might need a bath after that walk.
I don't need no bath, baby. You silly.
Here's Scooter again doing what he does best. Food always was a top priority for him. And now we've got a nice campfire to sit around after a full day of hiking, playtime, and some delicious grilled hamburgers to fill our bellies. Maggie's getting her bed positioned just right so that she can watch and protect us and the campsite from anything that might be out there in the dark. And Scooter's already sound asleep, passed out on the couch. Well, alright, after 4 days here at Coleman Lake Campground, deep in the Talladega National Forest, we're pulling out this morning. Had a really good visit. Nice campground, secluded and quiet. So, the only thing we got left to do is stop at the dump station on the way out. They don't have sewer here. So we'll dump our tanks and then head on home. Until the next time, we'll see you in the next adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. In the meantime, happy camping, y'all.